Hello and welcome to Miss Charlotte Astrology. I'm Miss Charlotte, a full-time working astrologer, and on this channel I analyze the astrological charts of public figures, and very often they are celebrities. And that certainly is the case today, as I'll be analyzing the Synastry chart of two of the most talented, genius, brilliant, beautiful goddesses of rap, Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion, who it is kind of sad. I'm glad they're making money from it, but they have a feud right now. They've put out songs about each other. They're charting very well. But it's just, I don't take sides here. I don't really fully understand what is going on. That's probably why I'm not taking sides. But it is a shame because I really enjoy both of these people. I don't really enjoy or participate in stan culture. So I'm very even keeled here in regards to this situation. But if you know the nitty gritty, if you know what is going on between these two, can you just put it in the comments? And if there's something that I say that supports what is happening between them, like the facts of the dispute, please put it below. And if there's anything that contradicts that, you can also put that there as well, because I really don't know what's going on. All I can see is the chart, and all I can see is their chemistry based on this synastry. But before I dive in, I want you guys to know that I apologize for being away for a very long time. This is the first upload in well over a month. I did not have a MacBook. I put in my MacBook into repair in just before New Year, and I've not seen a computer since like right now. So it's been like 6 weeks. It's been very frustrating. But we're here now, so thank goodness. And thank you for all the people on Instagram. If you don't follow me there, please do, for your support. It was very helpful. And also, I do offer personalized readings. I do 60-minute readings. I do transits. I do synastry, and obviously individual chart readings. And then I also do 20-minute recorded readings, which do not require an appointment. We just email them to you. So I'm going to link everything below. If you would like to get a reading from me, it's all down there. Okay, so let's dive in. What? Look at all these conjunctions. Malefic conjunctions are interesting because they can be really beautiful, like really creative, very explosive. And that can be a great thing, but it can also just be a very difficult thing as well. It can be competitive. What I can see with Nicki, with this malefic conjunction, Mercury, Neptune, Venus, and there's also the sun here, and Uranus is not far away either. That's a large stellium in Sagittarius. Even Pallas Athena, which is genius. She is, I'm going to put this very kindly because I really like her. I really do. She is a genius, but you know, she's a crazy genius. And she's very ambitious. And on the way to achieving her success, I feel like she has been betrayed. She has been backstabbed. I feel like she has been exploited, maybe even abused by people that are very close to her, especially within the music industry. That's what I'm seeing here. And as a result, that can twist someone. That can turn someone into the thing that they've been fighting or hating for a very long time. So I see her being a very savage person, a very intelligent, talented person, but someone who has just seen a lot of shite, that's for sure. That's what I can see here. Neptune conjunction with Venus and Mercury is going to make relationships difficult. There is a lack of boundaries here. Friends and lovers can turn to enemies really quickly. There is the trusting of enemies, and then they can turn against you. There is a love for people that are forbidden from you, loving people that are not right for you, loving people that loving people that other people tell you not to. And from what I understand, Nicki Minaj, her partner or her husband at the moment, he's a convicted something, right? So she's making enemies. She makes enemies through her associations, and she potentially could disgrace herself with partnerships with people who are not necessarily very nice. It's me putting it very delicately, but it is a very creative placement. Taylor Swift has this similar energy. a Neptune Mercury conjunction, like the mind is connected to God. That is someone that can channel creative thought. Like they need to do something creative. If you have your Mercury in a conjunction with Neptune, you should be a songwriter. You should be a film director. You should be an artist. Like you need to have some kind of creative outlet. Otherwise, you will literally go crazy. And it's a very high anxiety placement, always worrying about the past, always worrying about the future, always like just, because Neptune governs Pisces, which is the sign of spirituality, God, nightmares, fantasies, delusions, illusions, deception. So when that malefic planet is sitting with Mercury, either you're creative or you're crazy. So get into your creative. The Neptune conjunction with Venus, can make someone incredibly beautiful. And Nicki Minaj I've always thought Nicki Minaj was exquisite looking. I think she's so pretty. She's got this almost like alien, otherworldly kind of beauty. But it can complicate your love life. And we've seen that with her and her choice of lovers. I think there's also some messiness with her friendships. I wouldn't be surprised if she has been in a situation where intimacy, sexual intimacy, and platonic platonic relationship. Like, what am I trying to say? If sexual intimacy has intertwined with a platonic relationship, if that makes sense, I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, it is very, very messy, and I think she keeps her enemies close. And she keeps her friends close and her enemies closer, but the friends can turn to enemies real quick. But it's all sorts of messy. And so there is this conjunction with Juno, and Juno represents commitment. This is Megan's Juno, and that is an asteroid. It represents marriage, commitment, like it's a bit contractual. And this here could point to like a creative partnership, even if it's just a one-off. But there's also, and Jupiter's also here. Jupiter and the Sun conjunction. If these two were a man and a woman, I'd be like, oh, that's some husband energy. They could get married, but obviously they're not. So, I see a very creative partnership with all of this. Jupiter expands. Jupiter makes everything bigger. Jupiter is like a magnifying glass, but magnifying glasses can spark fires. Remember that, especially in the sign of Sagittarius. So I'm wondering if they had some kind of professional, personal relationship, and I don't know if this is this environmental. I'm wondering, because they have some really nice synastry here, and I'm wondering if it was an environmental thing that sparked this feud, because otherwise these are people that would like each other. They could do a lot of damage to each other, but I feel like there was some love here at some point. A Jupiter-Sun conjunction, the Sun person is going to feel inspired, and the Jupiter person is going to get more lucky in association with this person. Like, it's kind of cute. And if we move over here to Capricorn, the two angry wives are sitting together. Okay. Megan has her Venus in Capricorn, and Nicki has this conjunction of the two angry wives, Lilith and Juno, which, complications with marriage, another placement for Nicki that is very messy when it comes to partnership. But given this is sitting very close to Megan's Venus, there could be jealousy. When someone's Lilith sits on someone else's Venus, there could be jealousy. Jealousy of their youth, of their beauty, of their talent, of their money, because that's what Venus represents. Lilith conjunctions in female relationships there can be competitiveness and anger. So that is there. There's also Mars in Capricorn. Nicki has a Mars in Capricorn. She's a very hard worker. I have a Mars in Capricorn as well. very close degree. She has hers in the 28th degree. She will work very hard for what she has. I think she suffers a lot for what she has, and no one really appreciates how much she does suffer. With the conjunction here with Mars and Neptune and Uranus, I wonder if it's going to put her off track. Conjunctions can be great, but they equally can be very upsetting. Mars in Capricorn is exalted. This is someone who has laser focus on their goals. Nothing will get in their fucking way. And if you have a conjunction with an unstable malefic like Uranus or Neptune, it can set that person off course. Think of, Mars is it's a warrior placement, right? It requires firm ground to run on in order to attack. And Neptune and Uranus is going to be a whirlpool. It's going to be an earthquake. It's going to be like that. It's going to stop you from getting to where you need to go. It's going to impede your progress. And that could be how Nicki perceives Megan. This person is going to impede my progress. I don't want to go as far as to say that she's going to take my crown. But I think when you're in an industry that is very, very misogynistic and very competitive, and there aren't as many women in the game as men for a very long time, I think that it could have women turn on each other, and maybe that this is the case. That's why I'm thinking this is much more environmental than it is personal, even though it feels that way. And here's the thing, like, I feel like if there was no rap music industry involved in this synastry, I feel like they would have a cute relationship. Nicki could be a sweet older sister to Megan. Look at this Moon and Chiron conjunction. Tell me what your insecurities are. Let's fix you. Let's heal you. Let's work together. Like, that's a really cute little conjunction. Let me show you how you can improve. That's a really sweet placement. That's why I'm thinking it's environmental. Oh, look at Megan. Megan with her Moon and Mars in Leo. I mean, I don't doubt that she, I'm not doubting her talent, and I'm not doubting that she hasn't worked hard. But Mars and Leo placements, they are stars. Capricorn energy could be very resentful of Leo energy, because Capricorn will slave away for years in the dark. Like, they will mine for gold, and they're gonna get it. They're gonna climb to the very top and fight tooth and nail. But Leo just simply doesn't have to work that hard to get stardom. They will work hard. They're very determined, don't get me wrong, but I think there is almost like what is perceived to be an effortlessness with Leo placements, and effortlessness. That kind of, it's kind of like that J-Lo energy. Like, what the hell? She didn't earn that, but she did. She just makes it look effortless. Yeah. Things don't go her way, though, with Megan a lot of the time because of that retrograde. Mars in retro. I think she has... I'm glad she has music. Otherwise, a Mars in retrograde can be the inappropriate expression of anger, like bottling it up. So it's good that she has a creative outlet. Oh my goodness. I'm looking at this North Node as well. Nicki has her North Node in Cancer, and that's family and babies. I wish I knew what house this was in. It would tell me a lot more, but there is nothing really here aspecting it. Let me move out. Not even her moon, which rules Cancer, is properly aspecting it. It's in Virgo, which is a sextile sign, but it's not, like, in terms of like the numbers, the degrees between these two things to make it a sextile, it's just not there. So it's a bit sort of kind of an unsupported North Node. And her North Node of destiny is lying in the sign of the domestic sphere, and it's moving away from this Capricorn energy, which is business, which is money, which is capitalism. Her Mars is here. And I think the Mars, Lilith, and Juno conjunction with that South node is that really painful chipping away, working hard at something, and having that gold rush and making all that money, all of that. But as she ages, as she gets older, and she's taking care of her kid and taking care of her family, she's always going to be a star. She's going to get her royalties. She's going to be fine financially. But going into a place where she has to be a bit more quiet. I mean, that's her destiny. And that's a bit of a painful one because it's not a supported North node. There's no trines. There's no sextiles here. And I don't want to say it's obscurity because she has such a fantastic, long-lasting, forever legacy that she could live off. But her destiny is to embrace motherhood and the home. It would tell me a lot more if I knew what house it was in, but that's what I'm seeing for Nicki. She needs to take care of her baby and take care of her family. And that may mean she turns away, doesn't give up music, but she has to turn away from it a bit, you know? And yeah. And then if I look at Megan's North Node, I mean, if this is her correct birth time, her North Node is in a conjunction with part of fortune, which is wealth. It is on her descendant, if this is the right time, it is on her descendant. So learning to work cooperatively in partnership with people. Nicki's Saturn, restriction and difficulty, heavy lessons, is sitting on there. So when someone's Saturn sits on your North Node or sits in the same sign as your North Node, they're there to teach you a difficult lesson. It doesn't mean that you're going to be friends forever and happy chappy, but they're going to give you difficulties that are going to actually help you get to where you need to be. So it's not too bad. But Nicki does restrict Megan. She's got her in a little bit of a chokehold there. And then you also have her Jupiter. But Jupiter is expansion. Like Saturn is the restriction. Jupiter is the expansion. And they're lying in the same sign here. Having a feud is going to make Megan more money. It's going to make her more successful. It will work in her favor. Having a feud will work more. In this Synastry chart I'm looking at, having a feud works more in Megan's favor. Right? Here, not so much for Nicki. There's nothing here in Cancer that would take her. Megan's not taking her anywhere. But Nicki's taking Megan somewhere. She's good. She's the beneficiary of all of this. Yeah. Vesta, Sun conjunction. I feel like at some point, Megan will be kind to her and give her the kudos. Megan will give her the kudos, the congrats that she deserves. And it's because Vesta is sacred protection. So wherever Vesta lies is where you find that sacred protection. Megan's sun is sitting on there, and she has an opportunity at some point in the future to show her grace and forgiveness and to protect her. And that's what I'm seeing here. And Megan, of course, is going through her Saturn return. So she's doing very, very well. You know, Saturn returns are very difficult, which I'm sure it is for her, but they can be incredibly rewarding of hard work. So that's fantastic. Anyway, yeah, I think that's about it. I don't... Guys, if you know what is going on between these two, can you put in the comments? Because I'll watch another video. I'll watch another video to figure it out, but I feel like it's just going right over my head. It just seems so complicated. It's just a very complex web of rumors, and it's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, please help me with this. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Love you guys, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.